Hey everybody, Shay here. Welcome back to another blind reaction and analysis of Naruto. We are on Season 3, Episode 6. Let's read the title, Hospital Besieged, the Evil Hand Revealed. Sounds like a pretty explicit finale of this intermission bucket of narrative. So this is going to be the wrap-up of the 4 weeks off to rest, train, etc., etc. In terms of both the characters, all of them on deck, plus the major macro level storyline between the Sand Village and Sound Village scheming and plotting against the Leaf Village, which sounds to me like it's going to be the cliffhanger at the end of this arc. Not this arc. That this isn't a narrative for this arc, but that is going to be a setup that's going to then kick off some pretty significant. There's got to be a narrative that has to be treated on its own outside of the tournament. The tournament's already too heavy because there's already a lot of fighting between the characters themselves that are going to go head to head, and some of those, like each of those character stacks, are going to have plot reveals until they get to the Gaara, and the Gaara's going to have to fight, and with Sasuke's coming back, right? And so that's going to escalate, and then Naruto's going to have to get involved, and it's just there's enough going on there that it just needs its own breathing space. It's gonna, but now we do know that there's the seed planted that Tamari is part of this plan, that she has to execute something that to me puts her in danger from a narrative perspective because she has doubts, and that seed of doubt could compromise her at some point, and then she's gonna have to, I don't know, get taken out so that the secret is preserved, or like something could happen there, or she puts herself in a predicament where she doesn't want it she doesn't want the plan to proceed, but by doing that, I don't know, like, does she get taken out by her own people, or does she take herself out in order to like reveal something so that she gives something away? She feels like she's gonna, she might be the secret weapon. So I talked about the pattern of the secret weapon pattern. I don't I'm like, is that the toad? I'm not sure it's the toad. You know, I don't feel like it's the toad, man. I think that's gonna be like a capability that Naruto has in his back pocket, but I just don't see how that plays out in the tournament. I could be surprised. It's Naruto. I could be surprised. But as I'm rambling, it just dawned on me that Tamari potentially was a secret weapon drop in the last episode, and I hadn't caught it until I started talking. And that's part of the great thing about doing this raw and live, is that I get to kind of, I mean, that's why I like doing these longer sections, and so my brain is still active on all these pieces, and as I'm rambling, maybe something like this happens where you catch it live as part of like a pre-reaction to the reaction to the post-reaction, where I could talk about the analysis and the breakdown of the narrative. Okay, so I'm gonna hook onto that one because I feel like that's a strong one. Am I gonna get it this episode? No. I think this episode is gonna have to be a wrap-up of this intermission plot, but it's gonna potentially be the bridge. I feel like it's gonna be the bridge. We have it in the title here that I'm looking at, the evil hand revealed. That could be the village plot. I'm gonna write down his name because I keep forgetting his name. Jiraiya. It's what I'm speaking like when I start like speaking fast. I forget the names, man. So Jiraiya, we know Jiraiya. There was a weird scene there at the end of the last episode where he goes, So when Baki's leaving this sand village, it looks like Jiraiya might be reacting to that, like he has some sort of, I don't know, long distance vision. I mean, he's a top level ninja, so maybe he does have powers like that, and he already knows where he can sense something. Maybe he's got some sort of connection or some wavelength. Doesn't matter. The point is that seemed important to me. So maybe that's the evil hand, is that there's going to be they're gonna know that they're gonna go into the tournament, but that there's already shenanigans happening behind the scenes. So let's take those ideas forward with us and see how this episode goes.
So what's up? What's all the ruckus?
You idiots! Oh. Didn't I tell you not to let him out of your sight for a second?
Huh? They didn't make a comment about that last episode, like that they should have been paying attention. So somehow, oopsie doopsie. For a second there, I was like, Sasuke? Don't leave Sasuke out of your sight? No, Gaara. Don't leave Gaara out of your sight. I even made a comment about, well, he sort of did get out of the sight. He's been on the roof and he's been doing shenanigans. Did they think he was sleeping for 4 weeks? It just dawned on me. Wait a minute. Did you think he was sleeping for 4 weeks?
Oh no.
Maybe there's a continuity, like, timing thing that just doesn't align. It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we're definitely on the 4th week at this point. We have to be. But if they haven't seen their brother for 4 weeks,
yeah.
Isn't that a problem?
Where?
Because he would have done that murder on the 1st week, I guess. It would have had to be. I mean, I'm trying to put these pieces together, but it has to be. Unless he was like, he was there, but he's been sneaking away, maybe. But we don't have like a bridge there. Oh no, that's right, because I was like, the other guy died in the same episode. Dosu was the guy that Gaara kills. So this guy kills Hayake, the coffee ninja, in the same episode that Gaara kills Dosu. But this guy doesn't know that Dosu was killed. We kind of see a body, but then what happened to the body? Like, did no one talk about Dosu being killed? Because that would insinuate that the body was hidden somewhere, or he's not killed. He's still alive. Anyways, let's move on. But
besieged. The evil hand
let's move on. There's the cicadas. Wonderful, wonderful cicadas. Oh God, I thought the audio wasn't working for a second there because nothing was happening in the recording studio, but it's because the cartoon was actually that quiet. But man, I was like, oh, no, everything's screwed up.
Man, is he ever gonna wake up?
Oh, that's interesting.
Maybe the kid croaked.
Why he'd be there, right? Like that's kind of weird. Why are you there? Just out of respect? Okay. Oh, she got a bunch
You're
of them
wasting
now.
your time if those are for
She went for some.
Sasuke.
Yeah, okay. What's she thinking about now?
So you haven't heard the news that he still hasn't come back yet? A little behind the curve, aren't you, Billboard Brow?
Okay,
As a
we're
matter
still
of
calling
fact-
each other names.
I was getting it for Lee.
Okay, back
The
to
last
Lee.
one must be wilting by now.
You see that?
Tell him hi. I hope he's feeling better.
Maybe Ino has to stop being the it's almost they did a reversal, you know? Like maybe Sakura has now become the one that's going to make Ino grow up, you know? She literally has passed her now. She surpassed her, even in that an emotional layer, I suppose. Because Sakura catches herself. Like, I haven't I mean, because she punched Naruto in that one episode where he tried to hug her. But, like, beyond that, that was just whatever. But she hasn't returned back to that girly state that she sort of snapped out of as soon as she got her hair cut. Or she cut her own hair in order to get out of that one trap.
Help me out. I am not through.
Persistence storytelling. That's
Here you
good.
go. Tell him hi. I hope he's feeling better.
There we go. No jokes, no name calling. Flower of hope there. Rebirth. That walk. This is a creepy walk though. Just Gara. Huh? Zombie ninja? I
The
don't know.
sand
That didn't-
stopped. Bag.
The sand stopped. Uh-oh. Shikamaru! Run!
So,
I was gonna
you
defend Naruto
decided
maybe.
to wake up. They said you've been out cold like this for 3 days straight.
Oh.
3 days straight?
That's halfway through our week 4, possibly.
Tomorrow, when's the final competition begin?
Tomorrow.
Hey!
Are you
Episode's timed out.
gotta
You already
get
trained. You're
ready?
good.
Where's Pervy Sage? That old coot's supposed.
Would he even know who Pervy Sage is?
Hey, calm down, kid. Get a grip.
I don't think he
don't
would.
know what you don't want to be freaking out the day before a big competition.
Hmm.
Resting can be the best thing.
Coming from the lazy guy.
Is something wrong?
I'm really starving.
Is that all?
Ayo. Well, it's not ramen, but
I went to
it'll
all
do.
the trouble of getting this stuff
Aw.
for Choji, and then the doctors told me he couldn't have it.
Wait, Choji? Choji can't have fruit?
At least we can eat it.
Choji? You mean he's here in the hospital too?
Nothing to worry about.
What?
All he's got is a bad case of indigestion.
Oh.
He ate one short rib too many.
I should have
Man.
figured that. Oh wow, this looks delicious.
What?
Oh, no.
What is it now?
Let's eat it in front of Choji. It'll drive him
No,
crazy.
boy.
Man, that's mean.
Oh.
Where is everybody?
Oh. No. Yeah, but why would it say out to lunch? I mean, I thought everyone was going to be dehydrated and dead or something like that. But I mean, they would show them. but it says out to lunch. But why would the entire hospital just goes out to lunch like that? With patients inside? I don't think so. Oh yeah, that's definitely the thing on the back. That's definitely the hairstyle.
Well.
What the hell? Oh, what in the hell? It's creepy. I mean, I just think it's weird that a hospital wouldn't have any personnel in it. That just seems very weird to me. Just, oh god. Oh. It's Sakura. It's Sakura. They're just freaking us out. It is. They're just, see?
Well, hope you like it.
That's a horror episode. This is weird. This is a weird, like, oh god, please don't lose him. Just because he had indigestion, goes to the hospital, and then he gets killed. Can you imagine if that were to happen? That'd be, no, it's just me, Naruto, and Shikamaru. They.
Huh? Come on, don't torture me like that, Shikamaru.
Or was it? God, I don't know what the hell? That's so creepy. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. This will be fine. This still has to escalate. We're just bridging. We're just bridging. This is just a bridge episode. I in some other episode, the whole like feeling thing like that. I felt like because it was like something I said I'll talk about at the end of the episode, and then in editing I was like I didn't talk about the thing I meant to talk about. Let's just see what happens here.
He's
I'll
my
remember.
student. And also because
I think I did talk about it. It's that there was like this subtext in the emotions that he showed whenever he saw people getting closer, like interacting with each other in a more like almost familial style. That's not a word I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like that there was a bond.
He is precious to me.
It's almost like he never had the bond. He was like, so something like that. But then the whole love thing on his head. Like obviously there's a story there. And that was that other character that showed up in that flashback in the bottom right corner. Flashback.
What am I?
Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Although he doesn't look fine. I think everyone's out to lunch. Look at the zoom in on the head there with the love symbol. Although he's doing this like... I guess he wants to murder someone, so not exactly loving shot there.
Move my body.
What?
What the heck do you think you're doing in here, you
Oh,
Hey, man, go easy.
What?
I'm using my shadow possession jutsu, so when you're bashing him, you're bashing me too. You got it? Oh, sorry, Shikamaru.
That confused the hell out of me, man. God damn.
Out with it. What were you trying to pull?
Oh. No.
Hey, Choji.
Come on.
Feeling better?
What the? Goddamn redirects all over the place. It's insane. And it's not even ninja powers doing it.
Well, are you
Interesting tense moment though, because like because the whole punching, if you punch him, you're punching me. I was like, it does sort of like it creates some interesting dynamics, huh?
gonna tell us what you were gonna do?
It's going to kill him.
Look at him. He's not even fazed by my shadow possession jutsu. Do you have some kind of personal grudge against him or something?
It's nothing that complicated. I simply want to kill him, that's all.
You know what? You're sick in the
Okay,
head!
then. Look how cracked and like that utensil. Maybe that was the comment I was gonna make. I was gonna make a comment about the thing on his back, how it is actually also sand. Like it's just sand containing sand, but it is sand because it dissolved itself to become part of the thing that saves him from the fall. I mean, it didn't. And then it reconstituted itself, like the vessel. I don't know how it put the print on itself again, but whatever. Details. I mean, why would his shadow stop the sand, though? That's what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? Because I feel like the sand is its own entity.
We know you're tough, but you know, Naruto and I have a few little tricks up our sleeves as well.
Yeah, look at Shikamaru.
We were holding back during the competition. There are things you haven't seen yet.
Often.
If you get in my way, I'll kill you.
He can act like a demon if he wants to, but you know what? I got the real thing inside of me.
Hey, oh, disruption. Oopsie doopsie. 3 against.
Told me Naruto was in here.
Here we go again. Here
Unless
we go
someone's made
again.
of that well,
Misdirection
I
scene
guess
again.
that means he's all right.
Oh, is he? Oh shit. Oh, she's gonna be smart enough to pick up on this.
Idiot.
My demon is as real as yours is.
Oh damn.
From my birth, my upbringing was not what most people would consider a happy one. My father had cast his ninjutsu on me, infusing my unborn self with a sand spirit.
Unborn self?
I destroyed the life of a woman who gave birth to me. I was born a monster.
That was even darker.
And it's the living incarnation of an old monk of the Sand Village who'd been sealed up in a jar of tea.
Yeah, some kind of demonic jutsu. But to use it on a baby? Before it's even born?
Oh my god.
Can it be true?
I wonder if the love symbol is like, because he kills the mom, like, is like part of her spirit also gets infused with that binding, and so she becomes the mark. It's like that's not a tattoo or something. It's like a birthmark, and the birthmark is the mom, like still inside him as well. And
He's got
like
one
the
inside
love
of him
is
too?
maybe the counterforce or something like that. I don't know. That's crazy. Who's the
You
dad?
speak of love?
Is he dead?
Don't measure me by your standards.
Only brought up love straight up. I mean, they would know what that word says in his head, though, right? Wouldn't they? I mean, they would.
The only emotional ties I have to my family are the ones I'd like to wrap around their necks. They're only ties of hate.
Slow down, bro. Dial it down. Dial that shit down, man. Anyways, I like the I don't even know what I was gonna say. So disoriented. The emotion line right there, going back to that moment, the little subtext moments in the visuals, in him seeing that and feeling that. So there you go. So that did pan out. Good. Very subtle.
Given life.
storytelling even in the anime. I don't know if they do that in the book, because the manga, because how do you really, I guess you could do that because you could have like thoughts in his head like happen in the manga, or you can even have a panel where he's looking at those moments happening, and if it's a panel on that, you stress on the panel and then you get the same sensation, you know. But it definitely came across in the anime.
By the death of my mother, I was brought into being and nurtured as the salvation of the village. And
Focusing on
that
his
was
face
when
again,
everything started.
That word.
When what started?
Go on.
In the 6 years since I became 6 years old.
In the 6 years since I became 6 years old, so he's 12.
My father tried to destroy me more times than I can count.
Oh. Okay.
Those who get to be too strong are apt to become feared. The jutsu that gave me birth had unbalanced something in my mind. My father, the Kazekage, had created me as his ultimate weapon.
His father was the Kazekage?
But I eventually became a threat to the very village I was meant to save.
I wonder if he's like they're using him now as a weapon, but it's sort of like he's basically a bomb being set off in this. I don't even know. Like they almost don't want him to survive this. Like this is a way for them to like take them out. Man, could you imagine like a macro level play that they're playing like this entire setup is just to get an entire Leaf Village to take this thing out. Because Sand Village can or something. That seems too extreme. That doesn't sound. My brain's going too extreme
To
places.
them, I was a relic of the past that they wished would disappear. So you see, I had failed. In order to live, you need a purpose. To exist for no reason is the same as being dead.
But it focused back on the love on his forehead. So is that? But that doesn't make any sense though.
Exactly.
Do you? Are you reading his forehead?
He's the same as me.
To put it
I don't know about the same as me.
simply, my reason for living is in the killing of others.
No.
For years,
Oh my gosh.
I killed many would-be assassins, and it was while
Nice little potential save there, but we're not really seeing that. Like he took out other students in the woods. Those 3 are dead. I don't think they were assassins. They're dead unless they retroactively do that. Lee is not an assassin, and he's willing to murder him.
I was doing it that the truth was made clear to me.
But I feel like that was a narrative save. There might have been some subtext later there. I don't know. Maybe the translations have messed. I don't know. He's definitely trying to kill Lee right now, and Lee's not an assassin. But that would be your way out. It's like he's only killed the assassins. You know, in self-defense.
I live solely for myself. I love only myself.
I love only
As
myself.
it was the death of my mother that first gave me
A lot of reference to the mother, though. It's obviously like a key point. Not only is it like a shock value piece, but it is being repeated a lot, so it's narratively
life.
important.
Now it is the death of others that sustains me, that makes me almost happy to be alive. And there's no
just no clear focus point than that.
end to it. As long as there are still people.
So he loves killing. That's what that means. That's the twist. It's there so he can remind himself how much he loves killing, so that he can like have meaning to assail.
Killing this.
I was alone too.
Oh yeah, but you didn't want to
I
murder.
didn't know what I was here for, why I was alive. But this guy had no one. He had to find the answer on his own to kill in order to live.
All right, okay. I mean,
Could
Sure,
I have ended up like that if...
I don't think that's how it works, but you gotta be a sociopath and a psychopath to get like become like. There's no coming back from that, man.
We're so different, but we're so close to being the same.
No, there's nothing close about it, bro. bro.
No.
What are you talking about?
I don't think I can beat this guy.
Well, you don't have to. You just have to call the red energy and let the demons go at it, bro.
Hey.
Oh wait, see what I mean? So that was working.
You shouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, but I don't
Not
think
with
that's
my
what-
shadow possession jutsu
Yeah, but
on
I
him.
don't think you're doing that to the demon in the bottle. Ooh, that's alcohol reference, pretty sure. It's the demon in the bottle.
Hey!
Oh, no, don't kill Shikamaru, please. I'm actually starting to like him this episode. No!
Naruto!
No! Naruto can handle this.
All right, that's enough. Save it till tomorrow. That's when the final competition begins.
snap.
You're
Don't leave me alone.
Oh my gosh.
What am I?
I mean, guy, you don't want to do anything about this? You don't want to do anything about this guy? Guy sensei. You just tell on a guy that does stuff like this and say, hey, I think we got a wackadoo. Pull him out of this. Probably gonna do something about this. Senseis.
All the same, I will kill you. Just you wait. I'll kill you all.
I mean, bro. Yeah, that's a closer. All right, so I mean that was definitely an escalation, but strangely enough, it was like an escalation in the most quietest, subtle, most creepy, and I mean the pacing of this episode was so slow, but it wasn't. This is what I'm trying to say, is that there was just enough going on that made it feel. I'm getting so hot right now. The pacing was almost, it was weird because maybe there was like the balance there, is that if there was too much going on from a storytelling perspective, how do you drop that kind of heaviness on an episode that has too much going on? And the fact that they kept on doing misdirections, I can imagine this being in the manga, right, where it would be like the last, well, in Western comics this is how it would work, right? You get to the last panel on the page that needs to get flipped, and like, oh god, because you'd see like the fruit basket coming in, like, oh, it's the people that you thought had the fruit basket that would have gone to do the whole fruit basket thing, but then you flip the page, it's like, no, it's Ino, and then you know what I mean, like it was all like this misdirections that would have happened on the manga page. Maybe that got translated to the episode, or the episode took some liberties and they leaned into the whole horror angle of Gaara by playing around with that, with the sound design and the visual cues, and potentially there might have been commercials on the western side anyways, like the way they cut it up and stuff like that. It still felt like it was cut where there could have been a break for commercials, but I'm not sure that's how these show in Japan, where they originally aired. It's like commercial, and then you come back, it's like, oh, it wasn't that thing, you know? And I feel like just from a production standpoint, I felt like this had to be planned for that in mind. Like I was thinking about this on TV with commercials and how even that would have added value to the way that it was produced, like that they had to take that into consideration to really maximize the opportunity in this episode being as creepy as it was. I would also see, like, imagine like this would have played like on a Halloween or something like that, and that was timed. That would have been like, that's the way they would have done it around here. I remember that as a kid, like they would always do that. Like they would have cartoons where in that late October era, it would always be like the creepy episode of the 26 episode series, you know, whether it was Transformers or He-Man or things like that. I'm trying to remember Thundercats. I mean, I can't remember that far back. I just know that it happened, okay? I don't want to derailing on an episode, because I'm at the end. Like, I'm like, do I go one more now? Because I want to feel like I need to know how this goes. But we already know that the tournament is the next day. So, like, this is the end of the arc that I was talking. The intermission arc is done. It's done. And now the mini arc that's going to take us back into the tournament arc and back to the roster grinder. So we are getting, this handoff is official. Episode 8, episode 7 of season 3 is going to be the return back. Okay, so I mean, if this goes, I haven't looked at how many episodes are in the season, even in Netflix. I bookmarked the link in the top of my browser thing, so that I just know that if I click that, I'm going into the next episode. And I don't even need to know an episode list. I don't need to know. So I found a little little workaround, so that I can speculate without having any information like that. Although it wouldn't matter, because it doesn't matter, because like the numbering in the seasons don't actually matter to the progression of the story arc. Yeah, and it's fun. I can't wait to return back to the exam, because it's not just gonna be about the exam. It's gonna be all of these pieces now coming together. This is that pattern that is the all shit hits the fan. That's not what I call it, but it's the all in, or the minion madness is another term I have for things like this. It's like you put all the pieces into play, and then you just let chaos ensue, and you force the climax to be like, it's just like escalation, and boom, and then like you got your big moment and defeat. And if it's anything like that last fight, I can't remember how many episodes the Demon in the Mist and Haku Zabuza like the name would come back to me. Anyways, I don't know how many, but I feel like it was like 4 or 5 episodes even that fight even happened. So I have to believe that this is going to be maybe one couple per episode, but as soon as it gets to like, oh man, like Sasuke coming back into this, that can't be 1 episode. There is no way. So that's just going to be 2 episodes. A Naruto fight now with the escalation in mind, that's got to at least be 2 episodes, if that hasn't already escalated into something more profound because of Gaara. And then all the rest, I don't think they really matter. They're going to be set up for us getting to that point, and I feel like I feel like we're probably gonna get like something bad has to happen, because then the Gara fight isn't just about the Gara fight anymore. It's like we know he's like a secret weapon for the Sand Village, so like execute inside there. He's almost like a bomb that's being put into the midst of this, and like the tournament itself is supposed to be symbolically, it's supposed to prevent wars from happening, but that's where the war could be kicked off. And I feel like there's a lot of interesting ideas that can pop off, definitely in the next in that tournament phase, in the phase 4, in the act 3, however we want to term it. It's going to be maybe the next 10 episodes from here is where I'm going to start doing a countdown. So maybe I'll do 3 episodes at a time. I don't know, we'll see, but I feel like I'm reaching another end, and it's very exciting to always reach like these marks because I will finish Naruto this year. So I'll catch you in the next stack of episodes. Don't forget to explore, engage, inspire, buddy. Peace.